What's up, everybody? It's RoboGuap here. Now, you may still be on the fence about coming back, or you may have already came back to the game. Today, on June 9th, the game has received several updates. Warlocks have received a new melee ability. Titans have received a new aspect for their barrier shield. And Hunters got everything the Warlocks and the Titans got, except for shields and healing abilities like a Warlock with Void. But Hunters did receive a new melee, some adjustments to their Void abilities, and a whole lot of love from the devs. Hunters, you guys are eating good. So, if you will follow, like, subscribe, or come watch on Twitch, I'd really appreciate it. For now, let's get into what you're gonna run into with either a new account or a restart to an old account. Now, currently I'm on my Xbox character because I'm not hopping on Sony. I'm not playing that PlayStation. I'm not doing it. But as soon as Spider-Man comes out, Sony, I will be there. I promise you. But for now, we are on the Xbox. We're taking a stand, and we are not touching that Sony console. So, unless we get a D3, leave a comment if you agree. Leave a like if you really, really agree. Or just give it a follow, and I'll know you agree as well. Currently, the channel's doing good. We're on an uptick. I'm enjoying the engagement. A lot of people were saying the game was dead, nothing was coming, and they were partly right. So guys, if you were one of the ones saying the game was dead, you were partly right. But for today, we got some new content. We got some updates to old content. I'm on Nessus because Nessus is relevant again, and I'm going to show you why. We got to do a little grinding first, so depending on how long, you'll see. But for now, let's go check out Failsafe. Let's go give her a visit. It's been a long time since I've been on this account, guys. I started a PC account and started playing on PC and never looked back to consoles. So it's been a while. This account was my first account. It was a combination of the PlayStation and the Xbox because back then that's all I had. We had consoles. Started on Xbox, then went to PlayStation, stayed on PlayStation for Destiny 1 and 2. Back in the day, the PlayStation got all the exclusive missions and all that, so I decided to just stay on PlayStation from that point forward because I thought that's what was going to happen. Things changed. Lots of things changed. But we'll get with Failsafe. Let's go in here right now. So, one of the things they added was tiered armor now. If you remember back in the day, there was nothing really special about the armor. Didn't have any tiers to it. What they did now is they upgraded the armor to being tiered armor, and secondly, they have armor set bonuses. So, in the Edge of Fate, they created armor set bonuses. Wasn't very widespread. The game didn't have all of those updates yet. Only the Edge of Fate content got it. None of the raids, none of the dungeons. Everything that they added to this update should have been what happened in Edge of Fate. But because of delays, because of other things, for whatever reason, it didn't happen in Edge of Fate. Edge of Fate would have been huge if it got all the things that this update had. For now, the reason I want this armor is for the 2-piece emergency electromagnet armor set bonus. When your shields become broken, collect all nearby orbs of power and ammo bricks. So, if you're a new player, you're going to be getting shot a lot, you're going to be hurting, your shield's going to be blinking, anything and everything. But you got to keep moving. One, as a new player, learn how to keep moving. Learn how to use your abilities, number 2. If you want to stay alive, you need to learn to use those abilities. Now, for a Void Warlock, it's easy to keep the moves We got some resist going, so we got some things going for us. Nothing really going on. I believe the touch of malice got its rate of fire pushed up a little bit, so it shoots a little faster. And for those of you wondering, this is an exotic weapon from the King's Hall raid. Bonus damage once it gets down to the last shot. It's considered a scout rifle, and one of its abilities is that it heals you for every kill you get. So once you're down to that last bullet, it allows you to continue to shoot, but as you can see, it's starting to hurt you, you know. But if you get a kill, it heals. Now, something that's pretty cool with a warlock is a warlock has easy access to devour. Other subclasses do as well, but a warlock does it a little bit better than the other classes. Originally, devour was a warlock thing, so what we're gonna do to combat this health thing is a few things. We're gonna proc devour first. We're gonna get devour going, and then once we have devour going, we can continue to get kills. It will heal us, and it will charge our grenade. So it'll charge our grenade, our melee. It'll do a lot of stuff. We got an empowering there, got a kill. Our new ability. If I can get there. Gotta hit an enemy with our melee, and then we get to suck the life out of these guys. So now we have our ability back again to use melee. We got void. Overshield, we got devour going, we got armor charge going, we got a bunch of stuff going on. So this little build I got going is pretty cool. Right now there's not a lot going on in this build, but you know, if you're new or you're playing a warlock, you know, you're not gonna have this exotic weapon. But you can get, you know, weapons that do similar things that this gun is doing. You can proc devour still at a base character. You can get this ability. You can try proc devour. Devour's proc again. Kill. Keep devour up. Damage from the weapon being on the last bullet. You know, you got a little build action going here. Everything's dying very quickly. Let's see what drops. We got one shot. That wasn't even a headshot and it killed him. So that just tells you how much damage. Some stuff going on here. Returner's gift unlocked. So you accounts that haven't been on in a while, you get a returner's gift for every level you gain playing. There's another one. So you get a bunch of returner's gifts for coming back and playing. This can have armor, this can have legendary armor, weapons, things of that nature. I haven't opened them yet, so we'll probably see what's in there, what we can get. Is it worth it coming back for you to play? Absolutely. So much pain with the educate, so much pain with renegades. There's a bunch of content they added. They reworked onslaught, which is like a horde mode. So now you have horde mode, and you don't have to worry about revives. You can play and get the brave armory weapons again. If you missed out.
Attention all crew members. Incoming fallen craft
There's
with
also,
elevated ether signatures.
Multiple updated dungeons and raids now, to where you can play to get better armor and weapons, even better than when you stop playing. Because now there's a tiered system with the armor that I showed you. That's also on weapons. Weapons can have multiple perks on it now. Kind of similar to Adept weapons or Nightfall weapons back in the day, but they just get increased gains from the different perks on them. So the perks are a little bit better than like a normal one. Also, you can get better weapons.
That is very bad
armor
news.
from playing
Please
public
stop them.
events. So I have to build up this character because I'm on this account. I've been playing on PC, like I said. PC's been my go-to. And now you gotta play a little bit on all
Don't be
the
silly.
Xbox.
Machines can't feel anger.
Show Sony how we feel. We're gonna play on the Xbox, Sony. Even though you got all the exclusives back in the day, we're playing on the Xbox.
I'm sorry, that's impossible. I always look good.
So okay, we got some tier 4 weapons and armor, and we're gonna go over here to the side, in the cut over here where it's safe. All right, we're gonna hide by this chest. Pick up what's in here. Got a gunsmith engram. Okay. So, tiered weapons. So, first thing you'll notice is the perks are highlighted yellow, gold, or whatever you want to call it. This is a tiered weapon. So this is the Trophy Hunter. If you were playing back in the season where this was part of the weapons that were dropping for that season, they brought it back, added perks to it. Now it has stuff like bait and switch. I don't know if it had it back then. A Vorpal weapon. These two are great damage perks. Perks are going to be a very big focus in one of my videos upcoming. I really want to drill that into you guys, you new players. A lot of times I was helping players do the dual destiny mission for the exotic armor pieces for the Warlock, Titan, Hunter, the exotic class items. And people were using guns that they liked or whatever, but they didn't have no damage perks on them to do damage. So it was kind of hard because I was relying on them to do damage with their supers. And if they didn't have the right kind of super for crits, it was taking forever to do damage phases. And you got 2 enemies, bosses at the end of that duo destiny. So it was taking a lot longer than what it should have if you had the right perks, the right weapons, the right supers. You could melt those bosses very, very quickly. But something like this right here is a great sniper. It has Vorpal for champions and doesn't do as much to bosses, but if you go to bait and switch for your boss phase, it does a lot of damage to bosses. And then you got something like Lucky Shot right here. I've never seen this. This must be a new one. Reloading after a precision final blow causes precision hits to refill a round from reserves for an improved duration. So that's pretty cool. That's a kind of like Luck in the Chamber, I want to say, from Destiny 1. Except it just did damage. It wasn't like dependent on precision final blow. But that's pretty cool because you're going to be doing precision kills with a sniper. So you continue to hit precision hits. It's just going to refill the reserves, and that's a solid perk. It's a solid perk. I want to see how that works out. Pulse monitor, more so like a PvP. I would say this one would be. It reloads magazine and improves weapon handling when lightly wounded, even when the weapon's stowed. So not too great, but something like flared mag roll right here for reloading, and then we got hammer forge for range and chambered compensator for stability. We'll stay with the chambered compensator for now. And snipers or anything you do deal damage with, if it can get a backup mag on there, you guys need to throw a backup mag on it, especially if it has like a low count magazine, like 3 or whatever. You always want to throw a backup mag in there to give you an extra shot to keep doing damage. But something like this, lucky shot with Vorpal or bait and switch, decent. It's a decent start for if I didn't have a weapon, a sniper that could do some damage. Another example of a sniper that can do some damage is something with precision instrument and 4th time's a charm. You just got to keep landing those precision hits. It'll return 2 rounds, and then this precision instrument, just dealing sustained damage, increases precision damage. So that with this is a great combination. You just stay on that crit, don't miss, and you can put some damage in, knock some champions down, and it'll just be a really good experience, and you'll see how much perks matter on weapons. Moving on to the armor. The armor that I just picked up was a boots, so this can combine with the armor of, let's see, I don't have any right now, just kidding. This is the only one I have, but it definitely is worth grinding this armor. Colossus, so super and health. That's a new armor archetype that they added in. Usually there's not this armor archetype, so I guess I overlooked that in the patch notes, so I'll have to go back and read that. But armor archetypes usually come in different combinations of what the archetypes can be. Something like this Paragon, this focuses on super and melee. So right here, Paragon is a primary stat is the super, secondary stat is the melee. Let's see, another Paragon. Brawler. So Brawler is good for any kind of melee builds because they focus on melee and health. But coming back around this time around, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve if you haven't played Edge of Fate or Renegades, because all this stuff got switched around and changed up. Now we only have weapons, class, super, grenade, melee, and health. Before we had mobility, and mobility didn't really do much, so they took that out, dealt away with it. A fun fact is, for a while people were learning what these were going to be before Edge of Fate came out. So you had people farming for really high stats because they found out that weapons was going to be a stat and it was going to be replacing mobility. So you had people farming for high mobility in order to get a high weapon stat. And that was a big thing right before Edge of Fate came out. People were farming dungeons, they were farming whatever they could do to get, the best gear. At the time, the season was Echoes. There was an Echoes activity that you could farm for the armor. So, season of Echoes armor was a big grind for everyone. And now this is we have tiered armor and weapons, and it's pretty much replacing everything. I mean, technically this trophy hunter is a better weapon than this Azume because it's a tiered weapon. So we're gonna put that on real quick. And we'll put Mistral Lift just for funsies. And then right now we have Skull of Dire Ahamkara. So they did an adjustment with Skull of Dire Ahamkara. Let's see if I can pull it off. Skull of Dire Ahamkara, you can shoot a Nova Bomb, and then you are able to shoot. You are able to shoot a Nova Bomb Cataclysm. And then you have a Nova Bomb Lance. So the Lance will superpower the Nova Bomb, and it will make it more powerful, but only if you have Skull of Dire Ahamkara. So if you're making a character, go grab this from the exotic engram guy. Excuse me, Rahul. Rahul will have engrams to decode and open for you. Not used to talking a lot, but if you go to Rahul and you have a exotic engram as well as an exotic cipher, you can get these exotic ciphers from Zerg. I'll be doing an example of that if I have any ciphers. But we're gonna keep moving. I want to try and hit that Nova Bomb to see how much of a difference it makes. Type health and grenade. Okay. So we got Siege Breaker, we got Colossus. They're just coming out with everything. this isn't the only destination that was updated. There's multiple destinations that have been updated. Another is the EDZ. The EDZ was updated as well. The Cosmodrome, Europa, the Moon, the Dreaming City. Savathun's Throne World. So all these destinations have been updated to drop improved armor and improved weapons. So you can go to any planet, do any
Alert.
mission, and
I'm
you're going to be
detecting
getting
abnormal
upgrades.
Vex activity in a
Whether
local
you're doing
quadrant.
strikes, you're doing exotic missions, you're doing dungeons.
These Vex, they're
Everything is
building
going to give you
something.
something that
Calculating
is worth
probabilities. Yes, they are.
It's going to help out in this public event.
Why would they leave these plates around if they get so angry when anyone steps on them?
Just going to keep killing. And once we got this Devour combo going with our gun here, there's no stopping. How bad would that be if that back sacrifice was right behind him?
Fire down.
As inorganic networked intelligences, Vex are not capable of digestion.
Yeah, thanks. Eat that anyway. Inorganic networked intelligences.
We got a rocket launcher. Let's see what we got. So we got bait and switch, which is cool. Bipod, cool. Cluster bomb, cool. Skill clip, not ideal on a rocket launcher. Especially if it's a slow loading one. And then put enhanced reload on rocket launchers just because you never know if they're going to be good to reload or not. Cluster bomb, bait, and switch. But this is a build that I will probably save in here. Just because of the way it works, using Devour in combination with Touch of Malice. It's allowing to deal extra damage, still draining my life, but I regain my life because of Devour. And it's just a solid little loop between Devour and Touch of Malice. I've used this since Destiny 1 days because it was such a, free use of the Touch of Malice. Now, back then though, it wasn't, I don't think, as strong as what Devour is today. So, it was a little harder to pull off back in Destiny 1. Destiny 2 though, great combination, solid ad clear. I mean, you saw how fast I was helping the other teammates melt stuff. We're gonna keep pushing forward to see what else we can get examples for using this combo. You'll have to do a lot of raiding though to get this weapon. Back when I first made this account, I started out as a solo player, but eventually got to the point where I was comfortable to run raids and learned how to do most of the raids. Never did Salvation's Edge or Desert Perpetual from the newer expansions. Really missed out on that. So hopefully this time around I can find a team that will help me learn the raids of Desert Perpetual and learn the Salvation's Edge. I can, take what I learn, teach it to you guys. But for now, I mean, if you're a new player, you don't have to feel like rushed into doing raids. You can do dungeons to start out. Just dip your toes in the higher end content. You can even do Lost Sectors. Lost Sectors are a good little intro to having champions and learning your loadouts. Figuring out what loadouts is going to do the most damage to carry you to the end of the Lost Sector or dungeons. Either one of those is really good to start dipping your toes into the end-game content. Lost Sectors are usually solo. If you go in with a team, you won't get the best loot. Back in the day, with everything updated now, there's really no telling if you go in there with a group how you'll be rewarded.
They're heading for another site.
You'll just have to try it out.
anyone can take it.
And you see how fast it I thought I killed him.
All their glitter.
Great glimmer. Resources are resources.
So for a rocket launcher, if you don't have impact casing, you may as well not even keep the rocket launcher. This increases damage on direct hits, and it just makes your rocket launcher so much better with damage. So that plus we got bait and switch, either do heal clip or incandescent. Probably incandescent to build up scorch, and then just bait and switch to help with damage. As a new player, you just want to keep building up your armor, keep farming for different types of armor archetypes. Sorry. Starting out, you're just coming back. You didn't play Edge of Fate. You're not going to have any kind of armor archetypes. You want to look around for different armor types on different planets, different activities that we have in the game. Different activities give different archetypes of armor. So the more you farm around, the more you'll have to make builds with. So number one, start building your armor stores, different archetypes in your vault. Store different weapons with different perks, but make sure they're damage perks if you're going to be playing PvE or you're going to be playing dungeons, or raids. Any kind of in-game content, you are going to need the best perks for damage. You are going to need the best sustainable damage. You can't have just stuff that gives you boss damage but nothing to help build up sustaining that damage. So something that would sustain damage is something like a rewind rounds, overflow. These two perks are really good to combine with damage perks like bait and switch and vorpal. So typically you wouldn't want rewind or third times the charm or fourth times the charm or overflow or rewind on this column. and then stuff like bait and switch and vorpal on this column. So keep that in mind as you're getting weapons like snipers, linear fusion rifles. Those are the kind of perks you want on those precision-based damage weapons. Rocket launchers, more so what I was talking about right here. Something like bait and switch, impact casing. The top of my head, that's all I can give you guys right now. Like I said, I'm going to be doing another video going over all the like best damage perks for each archetype, and it's just going to take, you know, seeing which weapons get these perks, and that's what you're shooting for. I'll also give you a website to go look at to tell you whether or not those weapons can even get that, so you're not just mindlessly farming these weapons thinking you're going to get these perks on it and it doesn't even go on that gun at all. So I'm going to put something like that together for you guys, and going to condense it down to you know, hand cannons, pulse rifles, sidearms, and then heavy grenade launchers, breach grenade launchers, the different types of grenade launchers there are, because Pantheon is going to be a thing for the here and now and the future. So you're going to want something to go in there with damage. You're going to want to have damage to do for Pantheon if you're planning on doing that. And for now, I mean, off the top of my head, you know, just get familiar with your subclasses. As I unlock more exotic armor or put together more builds, I will be making videos for that. I just want to thank you guys for engaging on my channel, following, for continuing to comment on shorts and videos. You know, just keep the engagement going, because my focus is not just being the first, it's being the most relevant, being able to help you new players, being able to help anybody that wants to learn the proper way to play a game, not just Destiny. So I'm trying to make this as approachable for new players as possible. So any comments, any suggestions, anything, any kind of feedback, I do appreciate. I just ask you be respectful, be constructive, and we're here. Let's enjoy it. Let's help each other out, and let's continue to grow. So thank you guys. Please remember to like, please remember to follow, please remember to comment, and don't forget about my Twitch channel. You are doing a great job, everybody, of engaging on YouTube, but I really want to see the numbers match up from YouTube to Twitch. Currently I am at 20 followers on Twitch. I'd love to get to 50. I'd love to be able to be partnered or to be an affiliate. It's not about the money, it's just about the exposure and being able to have an audience and being able to run this with you guys. I mean, these raids and dungeons are really fun. We don't have to have a full fire team. You know, we can do some dungeons together in 2 players, 3 players. It's up to you guys. It's not just me. It's a group effort. It's a team effort. Thank you guys for joining me again, and I will see y'all next time.